Good morning and welcome to Morning Mastery Day 5, our final day. And we're going to talk about the things that we have learned to this point and create our own morning practice to support us as we continue forward on our own independent journeys. So right now, let's just sit and get into a quiet space for a moment. Feeling gratitude welling up within us for all the things that we're doing in our lives. Stretching your arms up, breathing in. And exhaling right down. Stretching up even more with each breath and grounding down into the earth. Feeling that energy of gratitude within yourself. And now we're going to get into some quick breaths to get our energy moving. We're going to breathe in 10 fast breaths, and then on the last one, hold it in and push that energy outward. And ready, go. Breathe in and hold it. Pushing that energy out, 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 activating every cell of your entire being, feeling that energy rising up all the way to the top of your head, thinking upward, and exhale. Another set of 10. Up. Holding it in, breathing all the way in, holding that energy, pushing it out every cell of your being, pushing it out, feeling happy. Feeling that energy rising up from the earth, from your feet all the way up and out to the top of your head, and exhale. And now one more set of 10, ready? Breathe in and hold it. Lifting your hands all the way up to the sky, stretching up, feeling your spine elongating all the way out the top of your head, pushing that energy out, out, out through every cell and relaxing as you exhale right down. Relaxing right down, finding yourself in a comfortable seated position. Just observing all that energy created, every cell vibrating with joy and energy and peace, happiness, health. I am a temple of vibrant health and radiant energy. I radiate love, joy, peace everywhere I go. I am harmony, equilibrium, and balance. And now imagining that ball of golden light at the top of the head, this beautiful golden light draining down through the top of your head in that line of light straight to your heart center. As you place your hands on your heart, breathing in deeply into your heart center, breathing into that space. This healing golden light as you exhale this same light out through your heart. Breathing in from the top of the head as this golden light drips down like honey all the way down into your heart space. Breathing in. Exhaling with a sigh, relaxing right down. We give thanks for this moment, this now moment, this present point of power from which we create our entire future. Hold your right hand up and with your eyes closed, pinch your right pointer finger 6 times with the Marma point, asking yourself, what do I want for today? What do I want for today? Seeing that white frame around your eye and seeing what comes, feeling what's arising within you. Pause and push another 6 times as you continue to ask the question, what do I want for today? Feeling that energy of gratitude, the emotional signature of which is open receptivity, feeling gratitude for the gift that has already been given, for the desires that have already been fulfilled. Now we're going to move into the harmonic breath, plugging the right nostril, inhaling through the left for the count of 4. Holding for 16. Unplugging the right, exhaling for 8. Again, inhale for 4. Hold 16. Unplug the left, exhale 8. Again for 4. Hold for 16. Unplug, exhale 8. Last time, inhale 4. Hold for 16. Plug the left and exhale for 8. Closing your eyes, keeping your eyes closed, feeling your center, feeling the center of your own being peaceful, balanced, receptive. So now just for a moment, I'm going to review some of what we have learned throughout these last 5 days. First of all, congratulate yourself for showing up for all 5 days. Very good. 6 times on your left shoulder, covering your heart. Very good. It helps to say your name also. And there are so many practices we can actually do to set ourselves up for success in every single brand new day that comes. Some of the stuff we've learned this week are just taking a few moments to drop from the head to the heart and sitting in the silence, giving thanks first thing in the morning for the brand new day, this brand new pure potential that exists before us every single day and every single moment. And then there's also moving the body, just doing some stretches, even just simple reaching up to the sky, hanging over and relaxing. Just even taking a minute to do that is a powerful, life-changing practice. Dancing is great. And of course, the group that I participate with, we talk about water, walk, breathe, just these 3 basic, simple techniques. Drinking your glass of water in the morning before anything else, just going for a short brisk walk, and of course breathing, all these different breathwork techniques. In the science of mental physics alone, there are so many more techniques that you can learn, and as I mentioned, we get on every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time on Zoom if you'd like to practice with us and learn some more. And there are so many different other breathwork techniques that we can do. We practice the inhaling through the nose for 4, exhaling out through the straw for 8. And this is the breath that actually relaxes your entire parasympathetic nervous system. Then we have the breath work we did today, just pulling it in quickly and activating every cell. There's so many different types. You could look it up on Google and learn some more techniques yourself and do what works for you each day. So we learned the harmonic breath, the alternate nostril breathing, the balancing breath, which is good to do anytime, the memory developing breath, remember to ignite the 49 fires with our head going up and down, the revitalizing breath, this first standing breath, the inspirational, bringing the arms up, the triangle over the head, and then the perfection breath. So practice those as you're called. We talked about our book of positive aspects, just adding to that every single day, things that you like, things that are going right in your life, in your health, in your relationships, in your finances, with your family, any category that you choose to add. Gratitude, journaling, even just sitting, taking a moment to think about those things that you're grateful for each day will completely shift your energy in so many ways. And these are practices that build on each other day after day. So the more that you can get yourself to do these things consistently, you build your own confidence and your own routine and habits around it, you will completely change your own thinking. And this is going to create all these new beliefs and habits and behaviors in your life that you're wanting to create. Louise Hay always says it's just a thought, and a thought can be changed, but it's a thought that leads to an action, that leads to a belief, that leads to your experience, that leads to emotion, which creates another thought. So it's a cycle that you absolutely have control over. You are the creator of your own world, and we are living in a realm of pure potential, that void of pure potentiality where everything is possible. And yesterday when we did our quantum creating, right, since really everything is happening in the now moment, which is working to our favor because we have this point of power now to roll out our future any way we choose. And when we're doing one powerful thing that I forgot to mention yesterday in the timeline hopping exercises, that meditation, is it would be helpful to get a piece of paper and actually physically write down your timeline and put lines, possible dates of different events that occurred in your life that really impacted you, whether positive or negative, just anything that comes to mind that's very impactful. And you can always add to this timeline. So get clear on that. And then when you go into your own meditations and you see your light grid, your own timeline, however that shows up for you. For me, it's kind of like my future is out in front, up a little bit, and then the past is behind me, but it can show up any way, and there's no right or wrong. It's just however your higher self is communicating with you. So when you go into the meditation, then you can visualize your timeline and move yourself out into the future where you can assess each of these situations. And the goal is to diffuse the triggers that are there. So you can just look at the entire situation, how it rolled out, just the facts, just not the emotions that arose from the situation, but just what happened, the facts, and then preserve the learning. Like ask yourself within, this is a real inner process that you could be working on. Ask yourself, what is the learning from that situation? Because many times our most challenging times in life are when we learn the most. And so when we preserve that learning and then we can let the rest of that go, what we're doing is we're just cleaning up our timeline and altering it so that we're going to put new events in there that we clearly can visualize in our mind. And we're just going to drop those in. Maybe it's helpful when you're dropping something in, you get a clear vision in and you kind of fly out over your timeline and you just imagine inserting that situation. Always it helps to use your imagination to get a clear vision before you do anything, and also make very certain that it's something you really want to bring in without a doubt. Like certainty is important as well. And then the emotion behind it. So if you can do breath work, if you can get yourself into a high vibrational state, however you can, before you do this powerful visioning work, that's always helpful, because the emotion is really the driving force. It's the energy in motion behind the vision. And so a thought, leads to an action, which leads to an outcome. So it's very important for us as creators to use the creative word wisely, right? We also have talked about this week the Marma technology, which is an ancient, like thousands of years old technology of transformation in the Siddhaveda lineage of the Vedas, the ancient texts in India. And these Marma points on the body activate all different kinds of health and healing and transformation. We learned about what do I want, which we did again this morning, which is on the right pointer finger 6 times. We learned the focus Marma, which starts with a breath in or a breath out. You can start out here as you breathe out, and then 6 times into the third eye. And then we also learned about the energy Marma, which is just below the top lip. And then yesterday we learned a very important one. I mean, they're all important, but this one has helped me so much. The forgive and forget Marma on the left hand with the right thumb and forefinger, wherever it hurts. When you find your own spot, you just push there 6 times as often as possible. If you could do it 6 times 6, that's even better, pausing between each 6. Well, we've done some writing exercises as well. Remember, we talked about the 3 questions. If you had only 6 months left to live, so you have limited time and unlimited money, and you had no fear, what would you be, do, or have? Those are also questions you can ask yourself periodically, and see what core values are there and what things change over time. It's just a very powerful exercise. We learned about Byron Katie and her work called The Work, which is the questions of just the act of questioning the thoughts in your brain. Like, is it true? Can I be absolutely sure that it's true? And then turning the thought around. So that's some powerful work. And I'm going to be putting all of these documents in to the email and into the course if you're watching this that way. One more Marma point I wanted to leave you with before we end the 5 days is the right hand middle finger is the immunity Marma. So you just push that 6 times pretty hard on the tip of the finger, and that will activate the immune system for your health and wellness. So that's a good one to do all the time. Okay, and then we also have the love letter to yourself. So if you haven't done that exercise yet, writing a love letter to yourself, and bonus points if you put a stamp on it, put it in the mail to yourself. And then one thing that we really didn't get to is creating a personal manifesto. And I'm going to send you an outline for that is, just kind of a guideline and a template for creating a affirmation audio for yourself that you can record and add music to, that you can listen to on a daily basis. We also began creating our powerful why. So it's wonderful to know what you want, and it's very powerful to know why you want it. That is, again, a driving underlying force for what it is that you're thinking that you're wanting to bring in. All right, so right now, let's get out our notebook. Just get your notebook ready. I'm going to lead you through a guided meditation to visualize your own morning routine, okay, based on these practices that you would like to learn or implement. So we'll just take a brief minute here, or even better, let's take a minute and write down in our notebook which of these practices, and add any others that we might like to add, which of these practices would we like to do on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and how could we formulate a powerful morning routine for ourselves. So we're going to take 3 minutes and write this down, and then we will go into a meditation, visualizing ourselves going through each of these steps from the moment we open our eyes in the morning. And it actually even begins the night before. When you're going to bed, you can take a moment and just visualize yourself in your routine in the morning, how it's going to roll out in the morning. And that'll give you a jump start on creating every day to be the best it can be. All right, I'm going to play some music here, and then we'll just take 3 minutes or less to write about our morning routine, to start to formulate how that's going to look. Okay, great. So it's good to just do that and then visualize. So let's just take a few minutes to go through in our own mind. We're just going to sit in the silence. I'm going to play some music, and we will just visualize ourselves going through our routine in the morning, whatever it is that you've written down. Okay. I think before we end today, I want to teach you two more of the breaths, the fifth and sixth breath. And then what I'll do is I will add the recording to the documents that has all the achy breaths in there if you want to go along and learn the rest of them. So we're just going to go right into the fifth breath, which is the first electromagnetic breath. Usually I like to do them in order, but if you're brand new to doing the breath work, it's nice to just do one at a time and see how it works in your body. So this one, the position is the same as the ones we've done before, where we're standing very strong and straight, pulling downward on our fingertips. And we exhale completely. As we're breathing in and holding our breath, we're just going to do three swings around with our palms facing each other, just like this. Swing number 2 and swing number 3. Okay, so here we go, standing very straight and strong, thinking upward to the top of your head, pulling downward on the fingertips, and your head and neck is loose. Pulling the secret switch and thinking the thought of gratitude for the breath of our life. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. And now together we exhale. Breathing in all the way deep down into your belly, chest, throat, big sniff. And swing number 1, nice and easy. Swing number 2. Swing number 3. Arms at the sides. Exhale. And then relaxing right down. Relaxing your whole body right down. That liquid feeling in your body, as if innumerable streams of living light are coursing downward in your body. As I prepare myself to think of the loveliest thing I have ever known, the loveliest thing I have ever known, there it comes before my mind, perfectly clearly delineated before my mind, that beautiful picture, as if it happened but a moment ago. I thank you, God. Thank thee, Lord. Thank thee, law, universal law, for my memory. And I am so thankful that I'm able to bring back from the vault of the past any beautiful thing that is in my memory. No idea of any negation of whatsoever kind. Nothing shall enter my memory but that which is in unison with all good and my own very highest conception of truth. And now I will that that picture shall be lost again in the absorption of my being. So feeling happy upward, giving thanks outward, imagining a golden shower of light going out in all directions. Slowly, I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. I lock it up, I swallow. As I take another little breath and a quick sigh, and I sit down quietly. And now we're going to move into the cleansing breath, which is very, very similar to this last breath, except that in the back of you, you're going to hold your left hand with your right hand, pulling downward on your elbows like that. And when we do our 3 swings around, we're going to do our palms downward and then touch our thumbs behind us to discharge the energy. So here we go for the 6th breath. Position. Pulling that secret switch. And now the thought. I thank thee, Lord, for the breath of my life. All together we exhale. pulling that air all the way into the deep belly, all the way in, all the way up to the throat. Big sniff. We get ready, we unlock. Swing number 1, palms facing downward, touching our thumbs behind us. Swing number 2. Swing number 3. Arms at the sides. We exhale. Down, relaxing right down. Now I imagine a great heat, the base of my spine. I imagine that it's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. And now I imagine that great light that comes from the flame, that comes from the fire that gives the heat. And I see this light rising up my spine, and I feel a peacock feather of gold within my spine. I imagine it as I see this light coming up and out, and it seems to strike upon the surface of my body. It seems to go beyond my body. And now I'm thinking of the top of my head, and I see my whole body full of light, the light of the divine wisdom that is in every living thing. And so seeing my whole body full of light, the light of the divine wisdom that is in every living thing, feeling happy, giving thanks. Slowly, I take a little breath and a long, deep, sweeping sigh. Okay, so this is the final thing that I want to do, which is in celebrating ourselves and our successes, and also getting more clear on our timeline and what are the things that were so impactful for us, either positive or negative. We're going to just do another quick guided meditation to kind of go back into our younger selves and observe, and then, see where we are today, just sort of get a concept of how far we've come and how much progress we actually are making in our lives and in our growth and in our spiritual evolution. So begin to get comfortable. If you aren't already, you can sit or lie down, getting totally comfortable and dropping your shoulders away from your ears, relaxing your face. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling, becoming aware of your breath, just the natural rhythm, the natural rise and fall. And allow 3 long inhalations and exhalations to begin to release anything you don't want to bring into your practice. Just in through the nose. Just even setting the intention to exhale anything that no longer serves you, or anything that's getting in the way of you receiving the energy of celebration for all the successes that you have accomplished in your life, all the things you are doing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. If you wanted to practice the breath we learned yesterday to relax the whole parasympathetic nervous system, you just breathe in for the count of 4 and out through a straw for the count of 8. Breathing in through the nostrils for 4 and out through the straw for 8. Allowing your body to guide your pace of your breath. Begin to take note of all parts of your body so you can just invite in a sense of relaxation and groundedness in this present moment. Keep relaxing your facial muscles, your eyes, your forehead, your cheeks, your mouth, dropping your shoulders down and finding a comfortable position for your hands, your palms, relaxing your legs all the way down to the soles of your feet. Just begin appreciating the stillness and the silence that meditation and being present in this moment allows. It allows all parts of your being to find calm and relaxation, to know that in this now moment, I have everything I need in this moment. And once you feel grounded and comfortable in this space, begin to visualize your younger self. So whatever age comes to mind, welcoming in that visual. It can be any point in your life. Taking time to make that vision really clear. Noticing what your younger self is wearing, maybe what your hair looks like as this younger you, your facial features. Continuing to focus on your breath as you're bringing this visual in, breathing in and letting go, welcoming that image of your younger self in more and more with every breath. As you look at this younger version of you, they look back at you and they smile, looking up at you in awe at the incredible person that you've become. They're so proud of all the things that you've accomplished, things that you previously had only dreamed of. All the little things and all the big things, all the things, big or small. And as your younger self continues to look at you and your life in awe and amazement, with complete and unwavering love, you too begin to recognize how much you have to celebrate, how much there is to be grateful for. How deserving of love and celebration that you are right now. Exactly as you are. Continue to breathe this in, basking in these feelings of awe and amazement and gratitude and celebration and joy. Finding a sense of peace with exactly where you are in life right now. Loving yourself and appreciating yourself. Just feeling these feelings of love and appreciation you have for yourself, feeling them flooding your heart, your mind. And as this visualization floats away and your awareness begins to return back into your own body and the space that you're in now, go ahead and pull out your journal. And it can be really helpful to just write down anything that might have come up for you during this process. You can write stream of consciousness thought. or just freely write whatever comes to your mind, or you can give yourself writing prompts like, what are my recent wins? What things have I accomplished that previously my younger self may have never even dreamed of? What would my younger self say to me if they could see me now? What are they proud of? Another powerful question to answer is, how can you celebrate yourself today? How can you celebrate yourself this week or this month or this year? What are ways that you can celebrate you and all the things you have accomplished and all the things you are doing for yourself right now? Showing up for this class, just having a desire to improve yourself and to gather more knowledge and awareness of who you are. That's something to be proud of. Write these things down, feel them in your soul. Bring them into your being. Find that energy of appreciation for yourself and that receptivity for allowing all the wonderful things that life has to offer to come in. Okay, just finish up. Would anyone like to share anything that came up during the meditation?
I thought that was so beautiful. I got a crying baby in the background. So, but I'm very grateful for, to just love my inner child. I mean, to just see her face. I mean, like, to really merge like the today and, look at this little baby here, like she is so, my kid is, she's just so innocent and pure, and just to remember like how sad I had these feelings and how far I've came and just the wisdom, I mean, combining these, like the work we've done this week of like my timeline and like really celebrating the past, and reframing the past and, just being excited for the future, like having this morning mastery really can make me, achieve those goals, to really like make it practical. You know what I mean? Like this is a really tangible way. Sorry, my kids are so loud. It's a really tangible way to, manifest. So it's like, it's breaking down the, how can these things actually come into play, where manifesting is just like, I don't know, the how will work itself out. But then this is really such an amazing, like, constructive action. This is like the daily constructive action, something I can actually do to manifest all my dreams.
Thank you, Mindy. And you know what's interesting, like when I did just a brief little visualization when I was doing the guided meditation or when we sat in silence and went through our morning routine, what I realized is I could get up before I even got out of bed. I could drink my drink of water. I could say a quick prayer. I could stretch, bend over my legs and stretch my legs. I could think of what I'm grateful for, all in the span of about 3 minutes before I even get out of bed. So this could be, it doesn't have to be some, hour process every morning, although it could be if you wanted. It can literally take 5 minutes when your eyes pop open in the morning to make sure that you put your energy toward those things that are constructive, that will set off your day in the best way, right? So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in for these 5 days. And I really sincerely hope that you continue on with these practices. I'm here and available if you have any questions or want more information about the mental physics breathwork classes or any of the other breaths or the Siddha Veda or connecting yourself with an Ayush Shakti Vaidya, an Indian doctor that can help you set yourself on a path of marma points specific to you or herbs that are specific to healing whatever challenge you might have going on. And I'm just here and available if you have any questions. Thank you so much for participating, and I look forward to seeing you again.